Hello, the entrepreneur Detox. Reboot your mindset and escape burnout for business success. Said ye use car, it do maybe I was here they call fitting or now where they or change the oil, no. Now o control pressure, ties in the pressure. Now o ye near baby, no. Sa pepe ni do rebi so you are as an entrepreneur, no. We hear constant learning. We hear constant update. Will be away there. Woyɛ mu. Ɛno nti ɛna yɛ senior Comet wɔse ɔpɛ sɛ ɔne yɛdi nkɔmmɔ na ɔtwe w'adwene ba nneɛma bi so a woanhwɛ no yie a na wakɔfa no traa na ɛno na ɔnhwɛ yie a ɛyɛ ana ɛma waba mu bu anaasɛ ɛdɛ ɛtuma woto sini anaasɛ ɛtumi a ɛdɛ ɛbrɛ wɔ fam ɛwɔ dwumadie no nti yɛde anigye bɛma nakɔ aba na yɛnsɛ mmerɛ no wɔde yɛ ahyɛ aseɛ na sɛdeɛ mu nyina mu ne nti wɔde nya afei na ɔbɛbu ne din because ɛnyɛ the first time a wɔde ɛba wɔ resources wo so ɛnɛ no first time na de hyɛ a yɛbɛmo akɔ aba yɛda ase sɛ wɔakreke wɔ video so nyame nhyira wo join in Facebook YouTube by subscribing so on subscribe like video no na share na yɛnso so into na bombom ɛda wase hello senior me bacho me mo akɔ aba.
Okay boss meje wo so one abusuafo nyina wahwɛfo ne watiefo nyina meje mu nyina mo so
wow
enen so den na ekoso
ene de I think say the meeting can say after we say share
book launch
GH Capital for you share patriotic investors GH Capital investment you share Ejedu and any books you share Mr. Ferris in any books you know that means say Yakobe bi internet day no I was say that ye ho aduru because me share enewo ye nua bi ebus e kan same of investment no na me hwe asem no kan am no ehia se saa de ye senior comment de ba no ka obenyemenya nka obetie bi pa because sometimes no ya saa ne mani bi ho na based on information an ye wo no nti ma ye use emotion ye ne ma bi an nti wo de meja ma wakasa nti ebusuafo ye ma mu nyina wakɔ aba senior babsen ne Mr. Felix ne ebusuafo a mu na mo de ye ma mu nyina akɔ aba wa behwe na chi so ye da wase me ba cho utimiko
Patrio medase bebre abusuafo enen so e mede se ya san ya hia mu biom na ye ba bedi enkomo kakra na ya hwɛ nneɛma bi a ɛkɔso anaasɛ ɛkwan a yɛbɛfa so a as entrepreneurs anaasɛ aspiring entrepreneurs yɛbɛtumi ɛbɛyɛ yɛ nneɛma baako mmienu bi a yɛbɛtumi bɛboa yɛn bɛma yɛ dwumadie a yɛpɛ sɛ yɛdi anaasɛ yɛni so ade hu no ɛbɛtumi ɛbɛbɛm mmerɛ bebree yɛkasa about detox sɛdeɛ menua bɛma ɛdi kan kaeɛ no wowɔ car woyɛ maintenance woyɛ oil change sɛ nkɔ break it down sɛ nkɔ kɔyɛ biribi na mpo ansa na woba bɛtɔ car no koraa no ɛyɛ na wotumi yɛ research car bɛn na ɛbɛboa me car woyɛ bɛtumi wei car woyɛ bɛtumi se saa nneɛma no nyinaa woyɛ no nyinaa no ɛkyerɛ sɛ wopɛ sɛ ade ko no a woyɛ no ɛbɛtumi bɛgyina anaasɛ ɛbɛtumi bɛtu mpɔn saa nso na entrepreneurs nso edu baabi a yɛhia saa detox no na saa detox yi a mɛka ho asɛm no yɛmfa ne sɛ in a way yɛbɛsan fa ne sɛ ɛyɛ pill a yɛba bɛfa nti pill bi wɔ hɔnom a ɛbɛyɛ nwono pill bi wɔ hɔnom nso a ebie mu bɛyɛ dɛ obiara might see it differently obiara approach might be differently but at the end of the day the most important thing is say ubeduru hɔ yɛwɔ nneɛma bebree a na yɛde sisi yɛni so a ɛyɛ a yɛyɛ ba me deɛ mɛhyɛ aseɛ ne sɛ every entrepreneur biara wo first detox ɛyɛ sɛ ɔbɛte sika ase sɛ wote sika ase a wonim how a wobɔ wo sika no ho ban sɛ wote sika ase a how a sika ba ube manage sika. Yadi aba befa ha yi de na kyerɛ sɛ mede bɛtum ne sɛ yɛwɔ obi wɔ hɔ nom a ɛsiane sɛ wɔnte sika ase nti no ɔhyɛ aseɛ sɛ ɔyɛ adwuma no a sika kakra hyɛ aseɛ sɛ ɛba mu naa no ɔfoo sɛ ɛsɛ sɛ ɔspɛnde ɔhu sɛ ebi ɛsɛ sɛ sika no mehyehyɛ ne yie anaasɛ mede to hɔ nom na ebi a mesan me reinvest sɛdeɛ adwuma no emu bɛtumi bɛtrɛ nti sika nte aseɛ ɛyɛ biribi a ɛho hia ɛma every entrepreneur. Sɛ wante ase a wobɛnya sika no ba sika no bɛkɔ. Wante ase a wobɛnya sika but o manage sika no yie. Nti sika ho hia paa. And sɛ wotumi te sika ase na wohu sɛ ɛsɛ sɛ sika ɛkɔtwe sika ɛde ba. Ɛno na wo as an entrepreneur no ɛsɛ sɛ ɔhwɛ ebia na wadwen yɛ wo sɛ oh, would you way are okay? But entrepreneur be as a sort of shiny trim say a pokra said a casa pokra and so to gumuno. Sanson and one son. Never tell yourself, say, oh, media minya say cranny say crana may comfortable. It is some of the problems need be associated if you on air comfortability.
Wow.
Ain't never say we are comfortable. The main motive, just I know motive cry right now, you see a wardrobe. Fashion with him said there is nothing like comfortability. Our life more. Never say minyesika do han more and me ye comfortable. Debbie. Every entrepreneur be ya. Now Bill Gates mukra gusu ye adwuma na wo. Wo se woni adwuma. Jeff Bezos munyina ye adwuma wo se woni adwuma. Wo nya store dan ba ku bi nya ketewa bi a wo fo se oh wa make eno ano no Debbie. Enti enadwuma die no ebefa wo mindset ho ebefa wo approach ho ebefa how I will handle niema bebre, how you talk to people. Enti comfortability be and kasa o media minya me dan ba ko na minya say am okay. So what shall say wo dwene comfortability a na wo wadwene ya say you don't want to leave any legacy bia. When you wadwene say you leaving any legacy. Wo wadwene nyina ne say when you are satisfied, when you are okay, are we okay? Enti obasha the more I will progress, the more I will to me expand, and also very, very important. So you're comfortable, your business won't grow. When you're comfortable, you won't grow. But say yankoma ye di nyina no. Sa adwene wo trima, shase so be ye full trim. Growth is very, very important at every entrepreneur. Intimate growth in your business, growth in your personal life, and something big for you. It's very, very important. Because one journey about growth from one, ube stagnant, ube kaho. It's more or less like why you're comfortable. No? It's very, very, very important to say ube journey about growth. Ube journey say u business ni be konanim, ube journey say u business ni be kasiye. It's very, very important. Memphis adieno in Niagara. It is our hand na comfortability. Asha woman and I say a woman oh media after all metimi menyame 20 kabinti oh I should be okay. Oh metimi the way siano. If you have the chance to expand, please expand. As I said, what me expand it. As an entrepreneur, immediately I barely me tell Obama levels we say Hannah you okay, how you okay, no. Wow. Wow. It might help you. With you, you might think so, wow. But the whole issue is be a blessing to others. And so when you expand it, now what me says employ people are. I want to be more excitement I will be. That's what you want to say be a person will talk. What me talk, share the satisfaction it gives you. Into that comfortability mind, then I say, when I'm a penny, Debbie. For sure, Trim say, you're going to grow big, you're going to do big things. It's very, very important. Who free comfortability ni mu so no. Esa what you say, whatever that is going on, from your mind. How well are you building your mind? One man near maybe about be share with him. One man fear about be share with him. Fear or say for. Fear ni be say you fear to expand. Fear ni be say, well, what me an opportunity. Anchor, ubet me I invest in that, but wusro until you invest. Baby, I will be no. A woman say as an entrepreneur, you take calculated risk. Yes, you take calculated risk. And by taking a calculated risk, it doesn't mean say you won't invest. And yes, I stagnant too. Ubeka say, oh, me okay. But you always need an expansion. And expansion is very, very great. Very, very important. Say ubi a bit me expansion wherever they are. Anti fear. Obi ohonuma fear anti patriotic any cattle we say no. Sanka always kapanke bi on go betimi invest it, but won invest it. Ma menka asem ba ko nkyere ye nyina ye ho, menso meka ho. As entrepreneurs, ade ba ko asese ye hu ni say, tem bia ye make sure say we are among the few that get into something. Ufu say obi okọ invest wo na mo amuna oboka.
There.
And you behind a boka. And sometimes, if you are among the first people who initiate BB and some start BB, that is where you can make something. Mindset the ABI can you say, yes, then, yet it. Oh, Ghana for the woman to mean come home, mum, and yard. In Crawford, yes, almost started BB crown. I dream show to me, oh, Ghana for the baby yet, na yabasa. Would the fear? Say what you would the fear say wo mindset and the detox ni bini we have to start breaking those rules and then emrana cattle Mr. Prince a presentation or can be that rule say Ghana for ntimi come home bomu no. This is the time I bet me break his rule. This is the time I see it me break his rule no.
Yeah.
Enti detox ne bi ni o. Yare bi. Na sa yare we na ewo yeso no. It's all because say yatete inkrofo ka. Enti ababa ye adwene. Enti aka ye trim. Enti yentimi move yentimi enye niema bi asese ye. Ba yenti ase say bibi biara e repeat. Bibi biara ye toso kan bebre no. A program your mind. Because we keep hearing say focus, oh, Ghana won't mean come home, Ghanaians ain't mean partner enya de no. Arrange it. Means me ko show be a means can the same thing at chess any pacono. The more na make no. Na me massa de no I establish it. Into detox and say, oh, entrepreneur right now, so our never make that statement again. I know, say, any easy. Your statement be you make it baby. But this is not the time, Bill. Because unless I ain't mean break it, that programming your programming no. Because you become programmed when you hear so one thing several times and as I so often, then it will become part of you. It makes you believe, say, Sadieno, Ayasana etie. But this time, no, we need to detox from that mentality, that mindset. Believe in yourself. Say Ghana for once bet me come ho aboma ye bibia mana ye yie. Si entimi kan ye hu mom e mane nye yie all because ye ni adwene papa. One kasa kra na wo kan wo negative mind. Because what dwene bone into adamfo no beka kire say wo nka business ni anka fa kakra ba nam so fa kakra mbra ne nkonkoye no. Edu ba bia how we've been programmed, and because in competition ye dia hye ye mu ninti no. Oh, na say K crowd or no crowd me was discussing no. Ade we obekan yi enya memfa no ho na menkonkoye. Sa adwene no si ansha ase ye be break sa mentality ne mindset na. There's no way we can come together. And Tembia will be a force say, I have to be better than Ubi. I have to be better than Ubi. And that is some of the programming. See a chance, yes, you be every year so. See it me those programming if you want more. A bit free your mind. I'm a yet young say we can deal with people. You bet me in crop for Eddie Como, you bet me in crop for Iron. Yeah, you fear ni by because of what we've heard. Fear ni by because of say in crophobia can send be a train. Inti as I say it me a share how you be handle your near maybe. One of the things in so a high share or thought. Your casa will thought say there is something within you. Immediately, there's another voice be within you. Can be actual. Adeɛ we kra ebe ye ni. Adeɛ we kra na ɛte ni. Sa thought no, sa deɛ no. We need to kill it. Somebody didn't succeed because of that thought. No, be invested or baby nanka opportunity kasiye bi da honom e de mano. But that little voice na e ba ni trimu no. Anasa tembia obi. Every individual. Anytime a person you be there's something also telling you otherwise. Sometimes you hear it too. Oh, you can do it. Oh, you can do it. Oh, you can do it. Oh, do it. Oh, don't do it. This is something your thoughts, near maybe that little you know in your brains, no, and I say in on your mind, you know. And no necessarily ye. One of the things I say timid detoxic because you're detoxic and share year a bit taking over your life. A whole lot of people are not able to invest. A whole lot of people are not able to get into something because of that thought, you know. Because sometimes you will hear some people saying, oh, it's not everybody that can be an entrepreneur. It is not everybody that can be an entrepreneur. And the more you keep on hearing those things, you know, are programming on your mind. Into that little person, you know, on your mind, you know, immediately, upasa will share business via secrano. That little mind is telling you, you know, it's not everybody that can be an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur, yentrungu will be a trim, yentrungu will be a momaso. Into that little thought and that little programming, programming, and we are being programmed by so much what we hear from others. The more you hear people saying those things, you know, I don't know, I affect you. Into your thoughts, you know, for us to break that little man in our head, you know, to destroy or kill that little mind in our head, you know, we have to develop the habit to say, if we say ye be bibia, say ye two anamon. Inti by so be two anamon, ebia you can do your research, fine. But if you really know, this is really going to help you, it's going to change your life. Yɛde kan say you fear free home. It is so you fear free home, you can move on. And to kill that thought, that little man on our mind, how are you betting your killing and say, yes, you be programming your mind, say, hey, I'm capable of doing it. I can be a good entrepreneur. And sometimes this thing, is by talking to yourself. Because it did happen because you were programmed. People were saying it and your mind picked it and it accepted it. So you tell yourself, I can. The more you keep telling yourself, the more you keep believing, say, you can achieve it. I think so we can have a couple of people here that can tell you, say, anything that they talk about a lot, that thing comes to pass. Obia betimi find a way or the best idea. If some negative thoughts eba, now we fool say you tell yourself something and every man be feel comfortable now betimi start programming yourself that way. And sometimes it be a words are strong, words are very, very powerful. Be careful of the words that comes out of your mouth, because those words will make you. The words that comes out of your mouth, and they make you. That is why right now with detox back when they say when you realize say you being negative, what can be I will force say immediately reverse it. Because I reverse it, change your statement. Jaya can also I will believe you believing in yourself. You understand and say whatever you are saying, you're going to make sure say it come to pass. Believe is very, very important, because if you don't believe in something, there is no way we say better so. And you believe in something maybe due to the knowledge over about Adieno, and also information when you're about Adieno, and the more believe we say Adieno, oh okay, then Adieno be working. It's about time we say you better building a belief on our positive thoughts, on our positive niyama ebeboayen. Bibia obeyebia, if believe in tertiary, you can succeed. That is why I would do sika. That is why I would seed equation form. Because who will believe when they say seed no be germinate. To believe is very, very important. So we believe it. Say at the end of no positive. At the end of no one thing necessary what you say, you having the belief, you having all the positive energies and whatever. So we at the end now we force intimate meet expectations that doesn't mean the end of you. That doesn't mean say I'm not successful. We normally say entrepreneurship, a journey. And whatever be the case, you have to start it. And once it's a journey, say every journey be drive akoba be untimi kan chem so opie fi na uko straight na akoko do honom. Ube make it right turn, ube make it left turn, ube kokakra, ube make it left turn, ube yese. Into entrepreneurship journey, and yet straightforward. Even though there was a problem along the line, never see that as a problem. See that as a build-up for entrepreneurship journey. Because we keep on saying, say, every day is a learning process. Into any obstacle be a buyer during the process, that obstacle, then a wusian fimo. Sa problem na ɛbaeɛ no. Then a wusua fi mu. That is why I'm fan say what platforms you see. Obi timi ye bibi na bia wo face problem bia no de aba abeto no. We twa picture de aba abeto no manas wa aba beka ho asem. Na de bia ono wa face bi pen no. Wa aba abeboa wo. When you are detoxing as an entrepreneur, there's nothing like giving up. Immediately you give up, no walusu. And to have the energy, say you will keep on pushing. It doesn't matter how many times you fail. One day, it will work out for you. Obia wusha bibia se kakra no agya bibia se kakra no agya. Tambia there is a beginning for you. Because you didn't push through. Oh, maybe adwuma we dey me crazy slow no move to another. Oh, adwuma we what the adwuma we is slow. Obi beba be shame 2 years after you. Because the pakwen give you up now or keep it pushing. No, Uba say no about be succeed. It is also by an entrepreneur. One of the things that so if you watching so back say quick money. There's nothing like quick money. You see at the end of your journey. All the rich people we see, the big people we see, you know, it just didn't happen. No. Most of the time, we always see their success stories. But the problems they went through, we didn't see it. And I said, they don't tell us. Because they always come and tell us the good side, the good things. You know? And I said, it's the good things that we see. It never thinks, penini bia when you're sikano. Onko problem open. Odo pa ben. Now when in ding komo. Bisa near be obet me who say yes, or problem bas we see and we anyway na me we anyway na me. That is where sometimes we share some of these farmers with your interviews are. But me catch us oh or shall see ye be there anko ye papa mano by ye be there a ko ye edemano. Who be son of it was oh yeah we be in swanto into because in swanto then oh yes the following year no or ye irrigation. So what you say? Enti when put a stop to their war, you know. Enti as an entrepreneur, so we need a pushing forward spirit now. Start getting it. Because it is something at 10 beyond a higher journey. Until you need to take out that way saying, oh, me dem me pedi a fast, me dem me pedi a entem, me dem me pedi a says, who rema benyan fast. It will never work that way. Eti chwenwadwini si bibi so say media mekasa meya dia minwie ya minjae. That is the kind of niema wo sha ase ase wo di hihye wo trimu a ebetimi ebeboa wo. Ti yenhwe sa niema no na yenye. Niema bebre wo honomo a ese yete ase. Even as an entrepreneur, as a leader, why we a leader no? Say, I know sometimes, you know, one kasa kra so the type of bemu bua, it affects the company. Uyo be our bemu bua, it affects the company. Enti abemu bua de wono esese we free umu. Sometimes you might be worried, but Emma or staff Emma or staff no feel say you seeing something. And one thing back also is especially when you're working with people. Now when in Crawford you as the leader, you as the entrepreneur now what crowd vision now crowd goals no. You do be the way you see things no and yes sana workers ni ehunu. This is the time one SSA realizes say okay mena SSA mitimi pushy me staff no ema mo beti ase ema mo be yete se me. Sometimes at a point you need to train, you need to orient them, you need to let them feel say they are part of it. It's very, very important. So who the main person won't give it up. Who the main person is, what chance you say who give it up? Omo wa se no. E say bibia. And yentias yes sometimes culture, environment, society, the way they see things, ebi a wo entrepreneur, wo vision, wo mission, and yes, sana ebi muhuno. So what you said, ya wo hu niema no, and yes, sana omo muhuno. Inti sometimes dia wo no ebetimi be boa wo, and say never feel say you've been affected in the presence of ABI even staff. Always, one necessarily a motivator for them. One necessarily one necessarily encourage you. So one encourage you now one more. Omo say hono. A bit like omoni ebi no money maybe bet me be affected a business no. Okay, Ghana, most of the time, you need rules and regulations are yadeka home. Before say entrepreneur be share jumansia as I say utimi enya guide bi as utimi nya niema bi we say you can say o staff no money o niema no omo betimi be follow when the kind and lay down some rules bi anto wonom now sorry we for say issue worker and work it because me can be bisa a programming into who as the owner no as our chances of programming staff on the mind. It's when you start introducing some rules and regulations be into the business, you making them know say ahanum say it's a form of programming their mind, making them understand say ahanum say na esesa we wo. In Tibia will be a business and as I will thank for you don't give them any not purposely say manual. It doesn't need a manual, but talk to them. But I think say these days, a better say whatever that you do, if you can have a little documentation, you can say documentation and you be baby. What the pen crack try the group people say say. Now what they train you before say no it's a very, very important say you better saa nneɛma no nyinaa sɛ yɛtumi hwɛ saa nneɛma no nyinaa ɛbɛtumi aboa yɛ bebree. One of the things nso a mefo sɛ yɛbɛtumi ɛbɛhwɛ nso ɛne sɛ as a leader deɛ wowoyɛ na nkurɔfoɔ ɛhwɛ so how a wopɛ sɛ nneɛma ɛkɔ no ɛno na wowoyɛ. You need to build systems. You need to have routines. Make sure that whatever I will build it, and I say whatever I will, and the routines now I reflect it who goes, and I say who focus. That is Nema, it matters to you, no. Make sure say Ubema ebi our staff ebehu. So wunye we crampo wunmi adwumampo a wankasa kra no in your life no have some routine, have some systems. Once you start having those routines and systems, ubon say ebe bring some discipline be in your life and I say whatever that you are doing. Because I won't build it who year untimi build you be a one chain. Sometimes you can have some principles, you can have some guide. Say that is water. Make sure say you make those informations and as known to your people. As I see it, me identify will say, hey, me boss dear, we later you obey you at you. Hey, me boss dear, in fact, Sadia way and core area how. But to quiet that type, and say, would you won't Timin Casasa, won't Timin Casa Nipanani Manasa who's running your man, it's not going to help you. And say, no, the best feels or the better thing. One of the things in Swa, in command be an dino, it might not reflect will be a but to bet many will be on because on the family a business oh a successful. Ubet many will be so bet me I can time say me family fa inti dia ye nkoma ye di wa ha nyina yi sesi ane se hwe dia wo ebeboa wo dia wo work around a ufu se betimi beboa wo betimi be ma wo be build wo business ni ye bibi biara be preventing you from building be preventing you from expanding from growing you know sa niema ni nyina no ese wo yi fi onom. That is Nehemiah is we eliminating. And when you try eliminating Nehemiah, it means that you are detoxing. If you realize that your family can help you with your kind of business you are doing, just don't involve them. And if you don't involve them, it doesn't mean that won't pay family nothing. That is why you communicate. Anything you do, just communicate with them. You make your parents know, say, oh, you make your aunties know, say, ma, ejuma way dear. Sadia tieno. Men pesa de problem baba ebusuam. Ma memfa will be na 1 year ejuma no. Enya fena na wunia te honum na we say, unia no, how a wani abre ejuma no no. Ono na bi enya sa na ni abre ejuma no ho. Oba, because programming be woni team, oh, a brad dia, a sister dia, enti effort pa ni sheda any honum. On handle a juma ne say a ne dia. Because a boo crowd will brother no crowd in a year juma no crown. On one casana dream moon, onyaya nanka on maya wajuma. Onyaya nanka on also a ne dia. Until you realize you say, because of Sadia tete and who say, Menkwa, Minesika ya me, Miesia a minintino. Oh, brother, no crying ya and uncle so etima could be any dia nasa uncle no sweat me, abayet sadia, ebia won't swayano. Ain't it a drain a tie a war brother needs him crown a different. Tidia making in say make sure say ube open ewa near maybe. If your family is not going to help you, forget about them. If your family is not going to help you, forget about them and move on to something else. Move on. Just seek other people. Because at the end of the day, if it's somebody out there, so we need free more, there is no way about having a problem here. But Sakoya family or family, one she no crampo bet me adding in Papa Muaba. And Tobia might have different understanding and as a different way of handling Yama. But me the American in say, oh, chef, what will help you now? Why? Just a couple of ways say ni miankasa minya personal way bi kakra. But me chemema amene kasai. Adie we ye mani ko say a yeti anye yi beba be a problem. Sadia one ne ye nice no. Ebe wi akire no. Eba be a problem the amount. Inti ebasa na necessary utimi a balance niema. Inti whatever that will work for you no. But I will say just do it. Okay. One of the things in SWA as an entrepreneur or friends cycle no. Omo nya nkrofo a ebi omo dwene te se wo. Omo value niema te se wo a edu ba bi asese wo hwe ne yi. Because one share as nkrofo ni bi ebe nkrofo na omo ma wo enya da thought no bibi kasa wo wutrim se ade na enye yi no. Wo friends ana say wo family members grab it me I a part of it. Because how are ebi omomu niema na enye sa na wu hu niema. Immediately I obey yes a wuye bibi pen ubon say oh now there where mark koye ya anye ye na wona ofo so uye be ye. Debbie. Sometimes you need people are there no be encourage you. Obey stay on the positive side. We stay on the positive side ni we are. maybe our baba chose any ya no hwe we ye no hwe we ye no hwe we ye. Because sometimes you need energies around you a ebetimi be boa be ma ebetimi be ko anim. You need energies around you they can motivate you and make you feel say minu aye ebe ye minu aye ebe ye. So what you say? Enti aye very very important to say obehwe saa niema ni nyina. So wotimi hwe saa niema ni nyina ebeboa friends de say we are very careful with friends. And at say as you grow, friends be changing. It will get to a point the kind of friends the kind of nkoma wudi no ubepe friends almost di sa nkomo no because mushia ubetimi di amana, like you can advise each other and I say betimi akonanim. Ba de yenhwe me kasika asem na afi no bi nso ba be kan ma asem a ebia enya me interest in tina, I wouldn't like to be part of it. And when we talk of friends adia ba ko so me pese yete ase ne say you can have different friends, but how in command the kind of command you be abedi no ubetimi asone so. That doesn't mean say be avoid them. Ebia okay, me say personally me will be sir. Me try say me na fufu nyina no dodo na me what the level of and answer the kind of command me no mudi. Obu a me ne kasa na say ebia wo ho no ma ebia say e phone so say dey. Bo say command e di bia ye business. Obi so ono abon say bia command ye di no behwe na emfa wo kra bia general niema bi ene niema sa. Enti ese se otimi sone o friends ne so. Na wotimi hu se we mu eye nkrofo mbetimi be boa me anase we mu ye nkrofo mbetimi be add value to their me pese me ye. And this is where sometimes I will say you partner strategically. You bring people to your team who say strategically omu betimi be boa be ma betimi be do anim. Because as an entrepreneur, your main goal is say you have to get there. Your main goal, and they say you have to get there. And to be preventing you from getting there, and so you're very careful with Sani Pano. And some of the things in Sweden do be a high end you were limiting factors. Ebu cry a bebu bi a ye bu bi da na say obeto ye. Sa bebu ne program wo din ema wo ye hwe cry ne yi. Anything beyond that will limit you from getting to your goal no. As I say wo hwe ne yi. Say obi wo ho no mo a adwuma a wo pese o ye na say bibi o pese o ye. And mostly yatai etete oh me here capital. But I be anko tenasi and odwindwin hu yanka wo here capital bia. But oya ma bibia limiteno. Oya ma na ye say oh ohia sika bi na wanya sa sika ne dia wontimi enye. Ebia wanya sa sika na ubetimi ne obi aka bom aye bibi. Because a share trim say yentimi nya adwuma mmomunti no. Ontimi ni obi an momu nya bibia. Inti sa limiting factor no e affect yen bebre. Bi de kan understanding money. Because I won't sika sia sika bakra na unhu ha wa be manage no. Inti very 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 important. Mama fire into so, and I know sir on most of the platforms and answer every day we keep hearing say start small. So would you a untimi she bibia say into the little you can start I will say just start. Never think say what about say oh we be a will be see what 20 acres into someone so 20 acres. Be proud of the little you have. You can do one plot. Just do that one plot. Build on the one plot. When that one plot becomes successful, it will open up opportunities for acres for you. Into anything be a bit limited from seeing what you want to see, As I said, Ushani, as I said, now making sure say, oh, Masani mano, and limit to an answer, oh, Masani mano, and say, yes, I said, we be Brother Charles, I don't know, I think so. I said, Makasa, I be an incrofo where tree, na omu bibia, almost super person, the baby can before say, Sanya sounds na men come anima, meet me, akumenim kakra.
Okay, ebusian for me patcho say no first time would they abi share so sia nyame nhyira sɛ wakreki video so na yɛmo akɔ aba yɛsɛ sɛ like video no na subscribe ne mia notification bell no eba no ama all notification no sɛ ɛbɛyɛ bibia no o nsa bɛka yɛnua a ɔkasa ɛyɛ sin yakwamet mame enyi w'ani mfiri na mo ho no yie Saint Kwamet no on so wɔ YouTube channel yɛato din strategies for biz moma yɛnkɔ na yɛnkɔ subscribe na yɛmfa mmoa onua na on so deɛ no ntimi nyɛ de enyini because ɛnyɛ the first time a waba ha ɔne yɛbɛshare knowledge no nti de on so de yɛshare no yɛso so de yɛso betimi de da na sen se bɛdɛ yɛso yɛbɛ subscribe ama no na yɛhwɛ video no adeɛ baako a mebɛ sɛ yɛnyina yɛ ne sɛ moma sɛ de yɛsi ne yɛka no moma yɛchange yɛ thought no mɛmɛ na to aso me de link no so ɛbɛto na so bi obibi ka abɛka ade abɛto aso senior just ultimate to aso na me mfa link no na me twira de bi afa Mr. Pamford no
but you no problem. I think sir adeɛ baako a yɛnyina yɛmfa yɛni entisos ɛne sɛ obi a was succeed bia ɛyɛ obi a ten bia will try say obe finish it obe do the end of the journey obi a focus on the goals. So also we entrepreneur a himfa na apese wudu. How far do you want to reach? Baby a wo pese wudu no eno na meka se push. It is a wuntimi do ho no more. There's nothing like giving up. Don't quit. Don't quit. Keep on pushing. Keep on pushing. You will get there. Yahwɛ some of the things in SWA we need to detox from your system as entrepreneurs. How we communicate. The way we communicate is very, very important. Say verbal, say physical, say debut.
so
We just have to be very, very careful. Yeah, well, most entrepreneurs be one of our force on na mina me be majuma. In Tiana say on na you favor. But you say only a customer ni favor, only a client ni favor. One customer way who favor. If right now client ni decide say no, on fasika bia emrewa uwajuma ekofom. And this is where you bebre metimi aka say yaka achire. Know how to treat your customers. Make us our customers no and your mo de bibi bra wonko but o staff no kra woni omo ye adwuma no omo ye wo customers ni bi. Know how to handle them. Ese wutimi sua ese wutimi hwehwe ekwan papa bi a obetimi be fa so a ebetimi be boa wo. Never say so when I wo dia enti no the person can be an abeka. Now please, your customers, how we handle our customers. how we talk to people. So we leader and on trasa untimi mra wo ho ase o. Be humble. The way you talk, the way you talk, can open up other avenues for you. It never ever thinks, oh, who there, we were chino, as all your ultimate, no, on your ultimate. When I demand your the entire day. When I demand your the anti munipa. When I demand your the anti, oh, Cassani Pan crowd, Cassani Pan to say your one nipa. Have you forgotten, say, or staff on a bit page out bedroom baby? Or staff on a bit page out bedroom baby. One handle on year, they will never push you there. Obi when the staff say, as a onyobia. And adeɛ baako we entrepreneur na wo staff nkɔsoɔ bi ba na brabo mu a memfa nhyɛ wo tirim sɛ wo sika no wawia. Well, sɛ wo sika no wawia deɛ a na ɛne na kyerɛ sɛ wo nso anyɛ wo management no nneɛma bi yie. Sɛ wofoo sɛ wobi wia wa woyɛ wo documentation wo de standards bi toto hɔ nom na wotimi monitor wo nneɛma yie anka wontimi ngyina baabi nka sɛ wo sika no wawia. Because most of the time entrepreneurs need before say a certain be on no look good. Empo so be crack or check ne employee ade. Na okopen ho asem the bed dwuma mu a. Na wo wiame, na wo wiame, na wo wiame. Sa mindset no yen free a trim. Yen free a trim na se ye free a team a before say ebetimi aboa yen. Yeah, I think so brother Pamford Abantino. Ebi o bibi a obeka. Brother Pamford.
Okay, nimba jote.
Okay. Enti Jamaican, how we handle our clients, our workers in Yemen, very, very, very important too. And the NTS said standards in Yemen, who as a leader, when you stick to it, now we maybe employees no so ebe hu se sana ade ne kwa sana obi abaye no ye kan wo aye wo de ano wo ye employee wo ye entrepreneur wa hanom na wo mu bie 7 na wo do adwuma 10 I'm telling you say what faili
Yes mo
men say as I say you feel your presence say wo kese me na me ba me na higher media me na we media Debbie what you should be the first person over there because I saw setting an example for those down there. It will give others the opportunity to also misbehave. Until you keep that standards, you build them and make them understand. Say, and yes, I may say whether there or not, sound necessary echo. Just say we yes, I man said ya. A bit to be one kasankasa. Because you need to be identified with something. Every entrepreneur, you need to be identified with something. Your entrepreneurs be one more. Bosses be one more. Almost staff identify them say, oh, where you when you buy the any a man beba. Because on our office, I man a beshiano. Is that the identity you are leaving on the minds of your staff? Anna? Leave a better image on the mind of your staff. No? Hey, Papa, we don't find that you near grow, but about grow ni dear grow fine. But on my etias, yes, say, juma, yemfa a juma mo samun coffee, yemfa if ya samun so mere jumam. Into your one casacrano so, bibi honey will fear on fam mere jumam. wote ben no kra na wuhu so ne yire akonkra oba adwuma mu a wuhu oma me have those discussions ne kra on the phone kra na wate.
Yeah.
Esa wo separate job no from we say because you say di omuhu no ena omusua. We a lazy boss a ti say wo adwuma no ye wo de ya no wo adwuma no ye wo de ya no. Si ye adwuma no 8 hours a wo nye 8 hours o. Because adwuma no ye wo de ya. But make the staff know say 1 hour beauty mini omu ginam. Enti abasa na wama employee na hu say no. Me jimia ye be yi medi because boss na nkasa na adwuma no no otimi ye na ade. Enti you lead by example. You want never be and laziness. Or no entrepreneur na nkasa boss na nkasa ye lazy. Oye bibia basa, onye bibia pepepe. Bibia no dia tu baby keke, bibia no dia tu baby keke. Ono ka kire staff say ahayemfa de ento wonum, but obewura hodum ono de ade ato ho. Hey, oye boss restroom kra na say ayefi adapt at a particular time. Na wo bia entimi nkonko ya yi boss ne to nchen. Ko restroom ho ko piki eno na wo staff no na boss kra na etwe ade we. It is the next time wo ba na hwa ye fia yaka baby a wo ba ya na wo call room wo mefa say it's a restaurant. Anytime you be wura ho bia so we make sure say bathroom ni ne mane ye clean. Wo ko wura ho na ho nye wa shada eno no shada frɛ obi obra mi broom. A message na send it edi amani pa kono na wo awaji boss mama yo say no kokko ye dia wo ye na wo wa sha say wo clean honum o mbehwe na the garbage bag wo dey saying next time undu honum a ko check it. Why? Because e bia baba ye toaso ba ku mienu a ebe ye hu amomo.
Wow.
So you create some standards be. And my friend said, "Be a who are going to Muna Ghana 4 year Juma, please. We so detox and so shall say so be year free. Umojem Ghana 4 no untiminomo and yepe because if you experience be a when you baby, you can't force it on them, but it takes a gradual process. Obuamo momotia says a media. Meme policy ni say ye nye ni say ye dia ha ni say ya ni ye no dabi obi a wo staff member not I say media say ya na me na sa staff member no onye prepared for change intimanenti as say media me nya ma de sa sadia me pesa me ye no sa na ye no. There's nothing wrong to train them and let them understand how you do things. Those setbacks need a beba. Problems need beba. Oh, get your son, no. A boy crap as some ye be man. Because a shiny team say your son, no. Who trying to do on your crown still no, or be making sure say, or be can be say, oh, there be. Oh, any ye. A boy crop bet mini Nipako baba ye jumano. Ono kono washase eko catches ejuma we am a boss person we crown. I don't think say be ye. E manen how Nipako ba now wo idea na wo de wo idea na to say me say ni say na me person we no. Say ni betimi beboa wo. We na me fo say beboa me. Na why yes ani e ma no. Very, very, very important. Because ube shia bebre, basa uwa nya abotre a. Obakasa na uno mu ye adwuma edin, e na woka so munye bibia, ono no so sise. Ti ase say ehwo sa na tie because the kind of change of mindset e bia wo wanya, your understanding about the business no nya sa na ohunu. Onu fili so ba ba ye adwuma no agi ni sika. Onu feel so obegini sika. So what you say? Enti ese wutimi ehu how I obe handle no. Just take it, say everybody you meet. Who are going to no say they be a catch am say anaso kwa adwuma foforo ye orientation. Ghana for ahe na woni obi ye adwuma or ye orientation. And one say what fan say oh be boa me e was store hanum ne ne manema on tre no responsibilities e bibia. Ade ba ko a say ubibi anko yie. Ubibi anye yie as an entrepreneur. Who fail somewhere, Mr. One of the things that killing shifting blames. Immediately, I shifty blame. Who shifty blame? I will shifty blame to let you feel comfortable. Take full responsibility. Sani pakuna de kwa question sanka. When I guess what DB question be bin one fan question. Sani pakuna man fan question. Who pick up the blame? Because if you are not guess what nanka who catch no. And I won't train, and because won't train into or no hunisa.
Yes, more.
It's a very, very, very important say. Yam picky blames. And at times we want to feel comfortable. Because you want to feel comfortable, you start blaming people for BB a one you're successful with. BB a anye ye. Let us start picking up responsibilities. Niamana na mekani bi no. O na Ghana for omunye we say. Me ya niama bi. Ba niama no. Edu baby anwene sen ene niama sa. At a point, now say, me yama ya mana ye we say, but I say me detox me. And say me give it up. Because me give it up, but then it means I'm going to start afresh again somewhere.
Okay.
But me na minim baby am pesa me ko.
True.
Omo te Ghana na de bia nya sa no hu se wo ye adwuma bi no wanya ne sika. Won so na person create a legacy. Enti se wo mem obu ha wo se o se se ye 4 year no kra no kwa akoye a wunya we say adofo ma omo nkonkodo.
Yeah.
Na wo de ahye o anu nti ye ntimi nye. Minu ya wo tena se a wo ntimi nye. Because there is no way. Say see an obi aye na dwe so betu kwan. Enti mindset na nsesan.
Yeah, so really.
When I will find a better way, I'll bet you the best sunny man. Anything be a limit will be from moving ahead, from moving on. Share ways and means how you can eliminate those things. If you're able to eliminate them, you will move on.
Okay.
I think that Obiaba, Mamin Jai,
Yeah.
Kakara, almost on Fabin Kamesrama.
Yeah. We share for sending on first and never share so here. Mr. Ose subscribe. My share. Then like video, then share or social handle. So. Detox, yeah, kana no one year the detox on no. Mr. Mother. O my tini fanya adie. Na yen subscribe so ma na yen share ma des so. Yen sabe frɛ, yɛbɛto yɛn nsa frɛ ɛgyedu. Ɛyɛ de opening batch mo akɔba.
Hello, boss.
Apesa wa yɛ kakra.
The boss ba akopɛ. Boss so oba ultimate simu time bia how do oba pe pro minimum a. O pro minimum pe obeti asim ultimate sim. Enti niema bebree wo honom a esese ye detox. Niema bebree wo honom. Sen ye adwuma fa. Sen ye niema fa. Ye kasa mu.
Me batch we bo. Ɛyɛ no kore sɛ. Yɛn na kasa mu no. Saa nneɛma yi a wɔka sɛ esi yɛ nneɛma fa nti no. Ɛno na bɛyɛ yɛ no kore ama yɛ. Abra sɛ yɛka sɛ yɛhwɛ no kore na saa esi yɛ nneɛma fa na yɛbɛto yɛ no no. Ɛno na bɛyɛ no kore, ma na sɛ meboa.
Yeah. Abaya no cre in the sense and I make say a programming.
Okay.
But any programming bia will force a affect you negatively. Any programming bia and I say be bia wo honoma ebema ubenya ubedwindwini say wade en nsese me ya na say ebema ubenya another thought no.
Yeah.
And no nsese yensu ye diffuse saade no.
Okay. Okay.
So me tie obi na asema na o kan say who take a longer time, like more than 2 minutes. Who take more than 2 minutes to take an action? More
than 2 minutes.
Yeah, more than 2 minutes. Before I say, "Bia, oh, on my own say as a me person me invest it. I will cattle and as a patriotic.
Yeah.
Who trying too much? I feel that the negative way say no. Ever pump it in your mind. Hey, Ghana fly dear. Hey, na Ghana need it. And I say so in summary, your programming at the dada no. I bet you say pump it back until you can move on. I think say Mr. Felix Abanti, my main fancy animal now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ejedu bachate me guy. Ejedu. Okay. Yeah, in phone call Mr. Felix. Hello, Obeni, bachate me guy.
Yes, Mr. Charles, Mr. Kampa.
Because me here na see a sinti no. Mr. Guy say be a me na make a monty. Okay. You only open your more kwaba.
Yeah, it's you be
yeah, for so.
So come on, I'm sure I'm saying it's about can you jare empa no, you jare.
That's it.
Ready. I said we jare now the Detox egum. I'm sure. Yeah. Now I'm say now cano. Your mindset no programming no. That is the first thing I'm say I'll say na, because there been some instances for aqua experiences more for a very long time, using myself as an example. So mean to me kaya me find say there 7 businesses no matter try or Ghana with family and friends. None of them took off. So none of them took off. And then they feel they have no accountability, and I say they are not responsible for the laws or anything like that. So, you know, that is the experiences are in Kuma. You know, I build some kind of mindset be so. You know, anytime be a person call into business in Ghana, no, then that will start playing back. So that will start playing back. But notwithstanding, we don't have to give up. So maybe you find a different route. Send your can to kwanya ubedu baby na kwanesi. But on betro a kwan for also offer so. So it is a ye oko when na se kwanisi a eno nkyere se wapem. A kwanda baby. You just have to look for it. And you know, the way apart from say for experiences about businesses for Ghana with family and friends, you know, there's also that concept say nothing thrives. So nothing thrives in Ghana. You know, okoye the first thing ebeye send now can. So am I going to, because or should a short term, am I going to make a lot of money within this period of time? It's not or calculate sorry money no penny baby at na. So me paycheck yeah, and if I'm bomb bra. So but we have forgotten that the best investment that you can ever give to yourself is when you enter into a trade for yourself. So all that we are doing, the Juma Yeye Mankrofoni, it is not really going to build our life. and not able to build the year because the money out there. The money out there, and so you put time and energy and resources in it to build it up. So, utumi yes, na money then economy. But challenger, is when you are here and trying to manage business in Ghana. That is a very difficult task. So, you have to find a way to tackle that. You don't just stay here and give money to people to start businesses. You have to really, really be involved somehow. So, when I said there, what my experiences, it is not going to work. So it is not going to work the way that you want it. But if you develop a system, if you put a system in place, be out twice a year, now question and senior echo, that kind of thing. And but Johnny Trace, Omo and Shema there with some experiences in it, I think it's very difficult to cry. That is one thing especially maybe now can say we have to detoxify our mind when it comes to family and friends. Okay, family business. America has a business is owned by family members. But I may read the article about Ghana. It was very surprising to know, say, even in Ghana, 80% of businesses are family owned. So 80% of businesses are family owned. But it went on to say that it is only 10% that survive to the next generation. So the reason is that we have no structure in place for succession. It collapses along the line. So it's a business, not so a family business. So unya enter into business, it thrives. I know a friend of mine that has collaborated with his two brothers, and they are doing amazing work. I look at how they have established their farm and the way it is moving on, and the father is there monitoring everything. It is just amazing. So it is just amazing. The family businesses can thrive. Or it's about how you put things in place and make it grow. It's even the best you have later. That's it.
Yeah. Mr. First, yes, that's Yamisha Power near maybe a church near or Unyana Tima or Yava Deba. Yeah, the Beko, Jedu article. Ah, I just do Bacho Aba.
Mete point. One person ultimately. The agenda to quite yet to connect it. Nkawambo machine.
I just do Aquaba.
Emia, Apuman.
Yami, I don't want to hear any umpire.
I don't mind experience. I don't think me. You're going to answer. You better the amount from person or betty. But if I don't one far, one who me jumping in going. Mr. Kwamet, when you topics if you say no, what when you could draw went to me once. My idea. I mean, as in here. As I say, nipa ya no why no. Said obi wa ha no betie na obefa ne wabobɔ so ni nyina no no de adwuma. There is no difficult person or difficult situation with a detoxed mindset with some of these strategies no won't mean no munya adwuma. And I said there's no difficult situation I want to mean adwuma when you put some of these things into action. And yet yes, you can do, and yet fix quick, your timing, your process. Leadership is a process, and leadership takes time. Dealing with people is the most difficult task on this earth. You can train animals; they will listen to you and as fast as possible. But training your fellow human being, is the toughest job. And until obi be school asua nneɛma nyinaa chi wɔ mpo ɔbɛyɛ ne nyinaa but who is a common sense application to apply the what you are for their pass the certificate no ending. Nipa ho adwuma nya den anka obi nya nkwan ma na nya de obi nso de na nkyene twam ye nyina ye nipa se wote ase se de enti a obi noa emo a ase ahye na obi nso de ase na dodo kama no ye nipa su ye nyina ntimi nya pe enti don't use one size to fit everybody at your job. Every employee is not the same. Said ye dwene niama ho a process no ye different. And nontina obi ye car and only engine use petrol. No be so tena say obey electric car. No so ye ni nyina nante kwan so mani ye it's all those things. The man will be at the traffic light to see dua so see kwan chen. Tia to say the ohun Ghana no. Na obi nso de o si o me de beba kwan ni mfimfini. Na a lane bi enya ne de. A different mindset and different approach. Obi any who a bad employee. Sometimes the result of somebody you are calling bad employee, it is because the person is having a bad leader. It is a who employee a kronfo a wona wa ma no kwan na obokro no. Se who employee and management I said the okan no. E wo and wa ma kwan e ma ne mantem because you are condoning all those things. And then my example, where one of the detox, meaning say also they are back in the middle of it. I say autoniama, who provision store when they were out and kwala more wow. And I say we supermarket. Na ubi ton adia. Now I call draw now with this ikagumu no way you be now what they taught there. You are teaching them how to also use it. Men use sika free business and account to no move on kwala nanim and fan tade and found some boom we sika no ko yi 5,000 bremi no wa ko yi no they are now they are top and amwa now why je now they be ato kwenkwen now where you be now they are to we now where you be now they are to we ochina windu a ono so se kwenkwen wura ne ba obeyi bi di ato a bad practice. Learn how to keep money. The only men ko free ade na ade asan ye nyanya account no na wuyi afa wuwi a na wo fi wo ho se da bia wudi kwenkwen free adwuma na sika no mbun konta enti sa kwenkwen sika no wo fi se eboaboa no ezi nsuo no koko no eno ene be dane nsutini o ko nsuo ni ti a efiri ho ba eye kakra bi but ebedu anafo no na aboaboa no na ye kese adwuma na wo ye no wo na wo ye adwuma wura no wo no you are not accountable, you are not responsible. Would there be an old saboma na wa fa bi na wo de ko wo ye poultry farm wo ko do farm wa de gosiano ne wonam fufuo bi ba mo man 3 crates na maye na mo de amano o ma o mo nchro nto ba bia na mo yi afrim afi da wo ye no say ngosiano so ati na akwala na ono hwe ho ma wo no no wakai wo say master na no adamfo no ba ye ma 3 crates o ya nchro o say okay well into one kasa no you are not responsible. And these are things that your family say a simple adie bia e free wadwuma mu bia no it has to be accounted for. The eba mu bia no it has to be accounted for, and you need any in between. Record keeping is very important. Record keeping is very important. And adie bia no mo ye na WhatsApp wo bibi ni a wonni ho kra na omuntwa omunye video yamfa WhatsApp create page bi a mo nyina mo wo so o sori anopa questions are no you put it there, they answer all of them at the end of the day. And then ngosua say na moton ye say na aka mon count mon utro to book no mu wi a watwa book no ba bia utro ye sign ye no watwa picture now they are say we post to our platform no, so that is a sign of accountability. Enti bibia ni ho a ebekam obi ba na se nipa kro no beto ade ana se oto ade no free otua half aka half no receipt no tua ye no why ye no watwa nipa no picture now they account no post to a platform no, so nipa se message de yaka say or the saying but I can say all these things are accountability. And you are not there, but you are always there in the business. Your presence need to be felt. To data maybe from my work na catch them so bundle data no be video call be afa ho na so wahwe you are there, you are present and any video be na on fan send you. So you get to know what you are doing. And mesre mema yemfa yesika ni nyina nkoye project ayen project no ya ye da but fa usika ni bi to ticket na wankasa go and be there. Could take mental notes and visual pictures. Memorize your farm, memorize your land, memorize your project. That $2,000 now would be better ticket and what could you now what you Ghana. It is much more worth it, more than sitting here and sending $10,000, which at the end of the day, one year will go down the drain. I'm say yen ankasa no said na Felix Nkano the mentality no any adwene na away no we need to start looking at it from a point to say ye be ye ho aduro yen ankasa ye ho aduro because aduru ye na ye ka no ya na ebinom fa ni say e agro at enya agro the one drone na ye na nya agro because afa akwala no ufa no wo ade bi nti a ufa ne se o meye adwuma ne ma wo training ben na wo di ama no wona ne kasa wo tia no eye kai wono wa ye wo helicopter eye boss wo be si forma e mfuturo ni anwea na obi ahwete o ba adwuma ma na obi adwane o betena se a obi antimi mpie kura ma na obi ahyehyehye eye boutique na wa na nkwala ni nyina dane omo hyehyehye ntade na chi bia tete madam aba until so be free ho no there is no briefing space nkwala ni ntimi nsere omo ntimi nye bibia obi sire adan na wo sere anka obi ti adwuma mo oton ni ama customer service nti ono osere a eye abonsamde sebi nipa ho adwuma no oye Injinka oti wono ni na fekufu no bia ma ye no mu di nkomo no mo sere a is it not enough joy for you to say you have employees who are able to have mutual conversation and laugh? And so madam wadwuma ma yentimi nsene. The way you talk to them, the way you address them. Obia me can say baby amaye adwuma ewo krom ha. Everybody is their name. Ye ni hey Krachi abrantie debi ye nibi. And I've seen businesses in Ghana where everybody is addressed by name. And yes, for Ghana, there are business people who have deliberately and there are times you will see them interacting with them on a macro workers in the which sometimes ayana efe so na adwuma wuraba any employee edi nkomo no bisa no oh auntie na oba no no what is saying oba no free school aba they know them and they know their family sa nipa na wonimu no nim na busua eya ubisa na busuafo ase ubisa na ma school oba no afi ne term o ma kwan ba e report to say just extend those things and I say our employee no ube lusu no da because anytime they are around you they feel like home, they feel like family, they feel like part of the business. My manager will be a Juma man in one of the African countries. Now I do baby our person could close to a Juma. Simply because yet ye say ya ni no I had ye say ya and the young for no only difficult na me catch and say mame bosu me ensa Say me take charge of sa ejuma no workers ne kasa. Na say ejuma no we make it profit and I say ejuma na nkoso ne ama nsesa. Which me shutting it down. And any losses via we lose, I can bet you I will pay you in full to make it up. And I shall say, if it time, meaning is a call a two sign chiano. I think any bosumi me will be another branch. Workers in Ananka or Muye he at the time, or person who you may be, or you Muhe he took a store no. They are still there. It be and manage the another branch. It be not performer where you are my free home and do my co. Meaning, say a perception. Said the anaquamate can grow and now for best say what you man and son of who say what you man say. If you say comparative diagnosis, there be a mechanical word we patro to comparative diagnosis and a ye GD. Ye individual introspective diagnosis no yempe comparison adwoa mansa ye bi no mu wia no nti nso ko ye bi ene ye be wia wo na se be me bi se wo akokɔ ene obreku kra eye ba ko omu nyina ntakrabo wo ba ye bi tu e bi ntimi ntu se kofi mensa ye ya anye ye ye wo nso wo kɔ ye no eye ye e begu sankro for we abayiwa bi ono we a me brother no ye tribe we enti tribe we for de me inform adwuma sebe sa de na ye nkwase adwene
Sure.
ene nkwase akeka bi enti wonfa sa tribe ni mu nipa nso na ma obi ada ne melonia na ke no de ada na wonfa no entoto ho no nka se tribe no for ne ye de bia no negative advertisement, negative information, a selling chain bibia, a baye, and ye bibia, yen yai, and ye fe. Member yem fa, Sana Oko Hospital, Wagana, comparative diagnosis, and ye dear Juma. Oh, I do a man samba, and any yafuni and the man of para, and the coye, into also Jeparana Coconum, yen ye blood work, yen ye bibia, yen share to history. Because Mrs. Sia me yana draw in and no yana ko yinti unsu sisi ya jibina no obeje no chena no wakofa yi cancer ato so na ayebasa anye yi ewia quickly near ko blame game if ya bayifo me na no ma to ame if you for my two coins was still I da so di machi enye no e wa adwene na wonya nsesa ye entrepreneur bi ani ho a oye adwuma e ka se me koboka entrepreneur bi awo the idea say me ye adwuma no pese me biem am ye ne kese ba yen ye de no Mr. Charles Abeka kire me say o 1.200 say otimi ton be 50 every year inti me so me ko sha ase de a e wo se me so itimi hye ase with 200 am so me ko ton me ton 50 aye misa say awo sha ase no mistakes ben na waye entusua hunu ben na me so we se misua na me so me de build me ho ubetimi awo sika na nka ubetimi aye ne kese yes but build with an experience either say wo fa obi a o experience adwuma no watua ne ka na wa rani ade na mawo at that bigger picture na wo no na say ye one na wo kuma start small and build the experience. Who build the experience in goat farming and I say in poultry for 1 year. Now we have two full cycles and I say a year broilers now we 3-4 cycles within a year. The next year, who catch them and say, oh, for 5,000 bears. I wouldn't question you because you know say information transfer and a way. But one sebi imprediasa aponche kura winnim kwan aponche fa so wo akoko winnim nadodo akoko di ansa na waye ready for the table o ma wo ho so a me pese me ye 5,000 bears because wa adwene mu no ya ye calculation bi atu tiri mu say 5,000 bears no wo be sesa nkosua create be dodo sei omo sha ase so omo to a na sebi o ma make no to time a omo beto na be ne besi Janguko ni nyina wu okwan ma obeye den. So very important, and we all have to take clue. Say, your best idea there wo ya experience who here, wo ya information who here, information no usua. Now also watch it. Relationship with employees a key of a man who can send me what happened be and me. I learn from people every day on this platform. Of a man who can send me say, Oko Ghana, me workers. Only a munyina no pa, ujinala munyina ye kotokuku. Jina kwa hono otokuku. Then ko be uncle Becca's of a tenacity, no was suma, wakanda na to so. Only a munyina. Omuko busha, odimubi. So it makes your presence be felt. Or China say, or catch it say, you call forest or no. BB say, they see ya. Who your mental note, who a picture, who I been say, nano your boy, and say, yes, oh, okay, and your mom, you've been there. That first hand experience. They're very important. And the American say, must be out of entrepreneurship.
But network, I pay the it's a track. No, the okay behind you are estimate. Trabio Bacho,
Oteminka.
Fenaba. But I played about. Okay. No, or Baba or Southry. I do.
Yeah, Oteminka.
Yeah, I played the about ultimately because person I took a for 9 years.
I don't put in your for an account. Enti adia ba kwa make na ebia.
No, article. I think a year. Okay. What is that trap, ready? Be free.
I take up and another Raba.
I just don't but your call. Okay. Yo, I just do cause we are not seen a comment. Yo, Odi baby, David, to na, na.
Okay. Watch
Me hearing me in your me here na, a mummy,
and yet, Opa, Rema fine, but some Remo, now me fan round it. Me fan round it up. Yeah,
But your man around the way. Mami corner na ha. All round the diana eka. The American is a bakwa me ma observe from many entrepreneurs or more adwuma say wakwa adwuma mu ho or ba ne ba no ewo the zeal say or then obeye adwuma ni bi na watia kwala no nkọ ho ohun beye fi mesre sa akasa no won ebu abamu bebre eye wo wadwuma eye wo ba se eye ade a me fan se poultry farm akwala no person no so ko fan kosua no yi bi edi go create so said the omo e sort obi timi tia akwala na nkosua keke na akwala nde ne nsa koka no ne ho be yefi but obi yes adwuma no da bia
e ko ka se ebebo
What message are you sending? But where can it in the ba eba dia where can it ba dia obetimi abeyi nkosua ni bi ono kra na ono so ya kwala bi kra na ono kra so achen wo ba no. Sometimes the energies we emit is the same energies that will go and come back and meet us. But that's it.
Wow. Oyeru, ebeda also so as the bishop pade ebeda wajabai. Mr. Fence, now will be big na ansana to comment ya akasa ato aswewi.
Yeah, asema na Mr. Edukan efa nkola hono. So, normally no, there's also a mindset say what the woba eco farmer na say on no kwadwuma na say bibia. There's that mindset in say and so my can't get him say child labor. Inti no say who ye adwuma no kra na because of that mindset inti no on fa oba no ka. But that is how a business transition to the next generation. Inti no say who business I was say we include your children. Also who the in and out of your business. They have to be part. They have to see it as their own. They have to see it as their own. So now, even in the Western world, America has an example. Family farms are can't say milk farms are I am kolao. I am kolanketing to multi tractors, no multi harvesters, no multi combine our friend planters, no more plow, no more your weight, no more your way. But they don't consider them as what? As child labor because a family. And I think one of the detoxification I was say get to me detoxify your efa brother Mr. Edukan no and na me pese me can be fa hon kakra. Mr. Comet akaka kan sem bebre some can no yedin so anu yedin pa I was say yet to me as business and those who want to enter into farming and other businesses in I say to me I gather some of this information near the Juma. I believe so we'll go far. To me that's it.
Okay. And but the asada kese be ma mpanimfo ene momoa mode abeka ye ho ene kakra me so me de meka ne say entrepreneurs e wa hanom nipa he na ansa na obekwa adwuma mu the following day no otime plan adekwa ho peso ye say o ha na say untime plan that way a shasi say ubefie ufie adwuma befie a adenchema wonko no na watimi ahu say we ni we na mekwa meye see etimi shasi say yes you be prepare you very well for the day.
Okay.
Sabre nso mema mama allow voices no in ketenkete na ya yeti wa chire no my money nye too much na NTI ti dia make nyina say ya be san share biom madam ase bebre etiefo ne ahwefo comment ba nyina madam ase
See it. Ewusiafo ebegina munyira mwanemu na yada senior comment ase ewo ono so dwumadi a ono so ene wasabedie enye the first time so sikan no woni ya bekasa wo emre bebrebe mu say mega so the last one yeah you do we buy and the identified
opportunities
yeah and the wa wo hwe no utimi kohwe wa hu so si cheche mu wi na kohwe identify opportunities na I say yeah. Burnout the burnout there. Unini eto kwantana made mapo. Team ya beda wase. Beda abusuafo nyina ase. Uma ye hu de mo ye dwuma de mo ye bia no uma ye hu. Important. Ibu ho a ebetima bo hu dewra ma. Bo nso a no na de foforo kwan foforo so de baba be share SOS. But ni nyina say we nyina de ebetu ye ho anamo ade abom. Mr. Bamford.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ka ya cross wall no nti wo de wo ye efie epani mi nti no de me bo akasa
Ah, master, my baby baby na network na easy.
okay.
Easy. But me break kasa no
Mm.
ma me boni chidom dia na kire say. Ma kuranti we say ma ko fruit we bi kura.
Zekio.
Easy. Ah, na all kasa no bo punch lines bi. Eno kura na ama me say there be kwan bi aso nsa na me ta chire meba. Na one or can be about being an entrepreneur. Quick money and can journey ne ho. Say one who sa de na obebre being an entrepreneur obebre. Afeyato so biem no. Sa shifting blames to others no. We entrepreneur what the sa de no esi wani so a obebre. Afe entrepreneur bi afase otirim se wadwuma ye kese ye chen. Yes, me
Wow.
kai there was a time me gina madwuma mu na kofa pen ama pen aka me 70 akola no ka kire nipa nsa pen na ka me 70 akola na e pen na de atwora ade na nipa no no oba be yi sika no odi me matem na me san pa na chew onim se adwuma no kra ya media
Wow.
oh enti hu se wadwuma nso so ye de e ye kese e chen se wunya nya sa pillars ye ne bra abobɔ so ya you are good to go enti men kasa bebre me da se so makonya
Wow. Yes, so ye be das nyamenshira o. Nyamenshira so beka. Ene de no ye be de besa e ho ya le se de sinya kwameta so de boy ama no. We Detox no ye ade bi a ayale a efa business mu. Nka okenye san ka we ka mehwirimi a eye ni nyina esisi e hia brobo me beti ehye we. Nka o se kenso ye yale sere bia. Eti ye di besi abusiafo
Sure.
kohwe ye ne patriotic for investors a video. Kohwe ye ne Ghana cattle business for so video. Baby a no etra se di video bi foforo bebre ma woni so beje. Uma ye yemfa ye ho share adensa sanya me adoma Monday se bibia timi ko ye a obi foforo bi a on so ebe kan ho asem a kire abusiafo.
Sa asɛm no manka biom.
Mate.
Biribiara tumi kɔ yie a ɛbɛkɔ yie.
Ebe ko ye no kore.
Nti reverse one
Ese ne ewie.
Mm.
No kore. Detox. Eti abusiafo eni besia ye ma video ni nwa tintin. Na wa person ni edi nkomo no. 10 minutes 20 minutes video until say here no be you know there wait me din come at was nyame aduma ye be shia next week Friday topic emotion na me mix it videos so be ba Monday ni Friday so Tuesday Wednesday sorry ti nyame shira mu nyina share my next video na ni come bye.
Aye.
Rashid afei ye kuro so na afei na mobile what dey kokore video no why misrawo yes as of link ni bra me ni nkombo me da ase